Hi beautiful people, this is Serena. Welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, we are going to do it about a message that your shadow self wants to bring to you so that your hope can be reignited. And I'm using this concept of our shadow self from the psychologist Carl Jung. And basically, in a very simplistic way to put it, our shadows are parts of ourselves that we repressed or that we don't like to see. It's our feelings that we feel that is unacceptable to society. So feelings of resentment, anger, sadness, despair, and hopelessness too. This is all our parts of our shadows, and this reading is designed to reach you when you feel the most hopeless and helpless, and when your darker emotions, in the meaning of these strong emotions that can be harmful for you or for the people and beings around you. So when you are feeling these strong emotions and you don't know how to deal with it, this reading is designed to help. Of course, be responsible, and if you feel that you need professional help, such as seeking a psychologist or something like that, be sure to be honest and humble and ask for help if you need to. But this is just a disclaimer, but let's go to the reading. We have 3 piles. The first one is a Sodalite. The second one is the Hematite. And the third group is this white stone. So you can pause the video and connect with your intuition to see which pile is calling you. And when we are ready, you can go to the description box that I put the timestamps to the groups. And let's go. Hi, first group, you who chose the Sodalite stone. This is your message. I used 2 oracle cards to do this reading. The first one is the Vampire Oracle cards by Lucy Cavendish. I bought the Kindle version and I did these little papers with the cards because this is what I could with the amount of money that I had. But the cards are truly beautiful of this deck, so if you want to buy it, I totally encourage you to do so. So you got Religion from the Vampire Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but yes. And the second card is from the Medicine cards, and you got the Lizard. With the combination of these two, the message from your shadow is for you to analyze the parts of you that may be influenced by religion. Religion provides a structure for humanity. It's been with us as the centuries go by, and sometimes it can provide structures that help us to survive, and there are also many beautiful rituals in the religions, but sometimes religions can be used to kill other people and commit a lot of atrocities too. So this card is calling you to revisit your religion, to examine yourself, to see if you're not being influenced by religion, and which parts of the religion you think they are helpful to you, and sometimes which parts may feel that are suffocating you for doing something. I say that because you got the lizard card that in the medicine cards talks about being the archetype of the dreamer. And the dreamer card is a card that talks about the future. So the dreamers, they are people who bring the future. They envision things and materialize this in this 3D plane, in the physical plane. So they have a vision before other people can see it. They are ahead of their time. Most of the times they are like futuristic, and they can see ahead of their peers. Maybe the dark feelings or the helplessness feelings that you are feeling uh, are generated because maybe you have a really amazing idea, uh, but maybe because of some type of structure, maybe it's religion, maybe it's not, but there is some type of structure, a thinking process that is restricting you. I had to pause the video a little bit because there was a really loud plane. But I think maybe you are afraid of being seen maybe as mad, uh, like people who created airplanes. Maybe when they told people around them that, oh, I'm going to build this machine that can fly, it can make humans fly, maybe everyone around thought that they were crazy, but they stick to their beliefs and eventually built the airplanes. And then people saw, oh my god, this just works. And maybe people from the countryside, from maybe they didn't know that what an airplane was. Maybe people from other countries that didn't had this kind of knowledge before, the first time they saw an airplane, they thought, oh my god, this is a monster, I don't know, like a dragon or something like that, or a metal bird, I don't know. So initially there is this strangeness, and everything that is strange usually causes fear and rejection at first, but then like people change their minds as time go by and they accept it more. So maybe there is something like that in your case. Maybe you have this dream, this vision, this idea that you want to implement, but maybe you feel that is wrong because this is what your religion says so, or you fear what people around you that has this religion may think, or something like that. Also, it would be really important for this pile to maybe keep a dream diary where you write your dreams, and then you can search like the symbolism of your dreams, because maybe you will receive messages through your dreams, and this can guide you forward, because this is specifically a card that sometimes you can have even like prophetic dreams, like you see things ahead of time, and sometimes like you may already know this, but in dreams usually the message is not like direct one. Usually it comes with symbolism. so it's not like a direct message. You have to kind of decipher the meaning. So it's nice to always write your dreams, because we usually forget them if we don't. And then later on we can then search like the images that appear in the dream, and get messages from it. So this is your message. I hope that this can help you, and bye bye. Hi, second group, this is your message, you who chose the Hematite group. For this reading, I used two oracles. The first is the Vampire Oracle that I bought the Kindle version of it, and then I did these little papers to do the cards. And the second one is the medicine cards, and you got the turkey as a spirit animal. Your message is quite clear, and I love this combination of the anti-hero and anti-hero. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but and the turkey, because the message of this vampire card is that you did a good thing, a good deed. Maybe you weren't acknowledged in it. And it's really interesting because the turkey in the medicine cards is a card of the altruistic behavior, in this selflessness and in doing good without expecting anything in return. With the knowing that everything that we do for others, everything that we do good for others, we are doing that to ourselves too. If you see this in the perspective of that we are all one, this is spiritual perspective. But maybe you are feeling anger or sadness, or I don't know, bitterness, because maybe you did a really good thing and people aren't recognizing what you did. People aren't giving you the compliments or the recognition that you deserved, because obviously you did a really good thing, but maybe people didn't appreciated it, and kind of was left unnoticed. And this can happen maybe because with anti-hero, maybe you are a person that maybe you, as all humans, you did some wrong things in your life, and sometimes people are just like, they stick with an image of you and they can't see that you've changed. You are a different person from before, or even if you are someone bad, you can do a good thing. Humans are complex beings. We all have like good and bad inside us, but maybe for a type of people, like if you don't dress well, if you don't look good, then you are automatically bad. If you don't fit a certain stereotype of good person, then you are not seen as one, and therefore everything that you do is not considered acceptable. And I'm seeing that for some of you, maybe you are really shy people, and even if you do a good thing, maybe you don't want others to know that you did it. Like maybe you are more a low-key person. So even if you do something really amazing or like a really good deed, you are not someone that really talks about it. And I think you are okay with that. But at the same time, sometimes you feel like, oh, I really wanted people to to have seen this, or like to, I don't know, to appreciate me more or something like that. So maybe there is this like dualistic feelings coming mixed up, and maybe you are in a family, for example, or a group of friends or co-workers or whatever, that you don't really fit in the profile of the people there. So you do things, you don't brag about it. People kind of see them, but they don't compliment you, they don't recognize the efforts that you do. And maybe you feel really like not fitting, not recognized, or something like that. And in both of these cards, they say that, like, even if no one has seen what you've done, like, the universe knows, the universe sees. And I think this is the essence of your message, is like your good deeds have been seen, they have been acknowledged by universal forces, by your guides, by all the beings. And sometimes uh, we don't need to see things to feel them energetically, So maybe you are currently in a place surrounded by people who doesn't see your value, but like their words are empty. Like your life may be weird for them, but your life is full. Like you are truly living. Like you are a really good person too. You did a really good thing with both of these cards here. Is definitely a confirmation. And maybe you will attract people that are kind of like you, so they will gravitate towards you, and you will be able to help them, and they will certainly see your value, your good deeds, and you will feel recognized. So don't worry if you're not being appreciated now, you will soon be. You will find your tribe, you will find people that see who you really are. And even if you did something that no one noticed, like a good thing, the universe saw you, so don't worry. And I really like this turkey card because it's a card of selflessness. Oh my god. And it's a gift card too. It kind of reminds me of the Nine of Cups in tarot, and it's a card that says like the universe recognize the good that you did. So expect soon that a gift will be sent to you by the universe, and it's a gift that you really feel grateful for. So this is a really beautiful message for you, and I hope that this helped to give you some hope, some clarity. And bye bye. Hi, pile number 3. You who chose this beautiful white stone, this is your message. For this reading, I used 2 oracle cards, one from the Vampire Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I bought the Kindle version, and then I did these little papers to do the cards. And then the other card is the hummingbird from the medicine cards, as your spiritual animal coming through. And with this combination, like the card of death rights talks about sometimes losing things ending. Maybe you lost a person that you loved, or an animal, or a pet, or even like a situation ended, and you are in this process of in between, where you are feeling a really deep grief and sorrow and sadness. Maybe now, as you can see, there my cat and my dog, they are both here. So maybe you guys, maybe you are suffering from the death of a pet, of an animal that you really loved. Um, that was a true companion. Maybe you are worried because maybe, I don't know, you, you maybe you are the one scared of death. Maybe you are worried about, I don't know, how the people that you love will fare when you are not there. Like maybe you have pets and you are thinking, oh my god, but if I die, who will take care of my kids or of my pets or of my house, of my plants, because there are things that I love. You can totally know where you are in this spectrum. Like, there is like this ending here theme, and this card talks about making this rite of passage. So if you are suffering because someone that you loved passed away or a situation ended, oh my god, my cat Brigitta, she's totally like, hi people. So um so just talk oh my god, I totally lost my track. So this card talks about knowing how to honor the people or the animals, the pets that passed away or a situation that ended, by knowing how to honor their memories, and sometimes even doing some rituals, some type of a ceremony or symbolic action to honor them. Maybe you could take care of, I don't know, a pet from your grandmother that died, or maybe you could, I don't know, go to the lake where you went with your grandfather and you always threw pebbles in the river, and then you could do that as a way to honor them, or even teach your children to do that, because then that's a way that you kind of honor them, and you pass this on, and um with the hummingbird here, I felt like this pile, maybe you are feeling totally like in a blank state, but not like in a good way. I think maybe you are feeling empty inside, and you're feeling like your life has no color ever since this thing ended, or this person died, or whatever. And I think there's this sensation of like a suspension state, like you can't move on, you don't feel anything at all. Maybe you feel like life has no meaning anymore, and you feel totally trapped in this grief. And I see with the hummingbird, because the hummingbird has like the colors of the rainbows, and it's iridescent, it's really beautiful. And the hummingbird, they say that it's an animal that sings in a frequency that the flowers can hear. They say that the flowers open themselves up when the hummingbird is nearby, because the hummingbird, they sing in a frequency that brings the best of the flowers. They open up because they know that uh, the hummingbirds will take the pollen and help them. Uh, and in the medicine cards book, they say that the hummingbird is a totem that people of this totem, they bring the best of people. Like their mere presence brings the best of people. And they are moved by beauty. Like they quickly fly away from everything that is ugly, like in the meaning of if there is something like nasty or people that are horrible or a situation that is totally like cruel, they don't get trapped like in the drama. They don't feed like these negative things. They are so moved by beauty, they are so sensitive that they just like bring this enchantment to where they go, and they bring this beauty and the best of people wherever they go. So if you are feeling like totally, like I said, feeling nothing, or feeling like this deep grief or in sorrow and sadness, I see that your message is telling you that the universe will bring people or situations or things or even pets and animals, because my dog and my cat, they are both here when I started your group message, that there will be things entering your life so that you can feel colorful again, so that you don't feel like life has no meaning, so that you don't feel blank anymore, so that you don't feel empty anymore. And these things will color your life, will bring this happiness, will bring this sweetness, will bring these beautiful feelings, will start to awaken in yourself these beautiful tender feelings, like this, the best of you, your best qualities, your best traits, your best feelings will be called to come to the surface, because there will be things, people, situations that will awaken that in you or reawaken, because maybe you've been in this between state. So the universe is giving you this gift for that to say. And maybe you will notice that life goes on even after death, you know. Maybe you will have even like some, I don't know how to say that, not supernatural, but like maybe you will receive a message from an ancestor or someone that you loved dearly and passed away, and you will feel like this big comfort, because like maybe you saw them in a dream and they told you something that totally liberated you from this suffering, and you feel like their gentle presence because maybe they loved like a certain type of flower, and every time that you, like maybe you're walking on the street and you see that flower and you feel like that this is loved one, their presence is there, even though they are not in this physical plane, you know. You feel like they are guiding you, so you don't feel alone anymore. Or maybe you feel like they're guided you to a certain pet or animal or person or thing, like, so every time like maybe that you stroke your cat and you do you pet your cat or dog, I don't know, you feel reassured because you know that they guided you to this animal pet or something like that, and then you don't feel lonely anymore, and you feel this kind of reassurance. um Maybe if you are facing death, like you think that you will die, maybe you can think of ways to help the people that will stay, you know. And maybe this is like sorting out your legal documents, or maybe thinking like that these memories that you created with them will stay with them even after you die. So like your presence will be remembered, and there will be like really lovely memories, you know. So there is beauty that you created in this lifetime, and these memories will remain. And I think this applies even if it's not talking about someone that died. Maybe a situation died, maybe like you went through a breakup or something like that. And even if it's really painful, you can always remember like the best of it, you know? Like remember the beautiful moments. And these beautiful moments, they can feed you your entire life, you know. Sometimes we have so many beautiful experiences, or we have like a really significant beautiful experience that we can recall this our lives, and still feel like this warmth and gentleness and tenderness and beauty, and we can go on with this memory and honor the memory, like, oh my god, I had this person that did this really good thing to me, and every time that I recall it, my heart feels warm, and I just want to pass this warm feeling to another person or being. So you kind of carry that on. And this is the beauty, like, even if we die, or someone that we love to die, these beautiful memories, they are not forgotten, they are transmitted. Even if you are like uh, an ancestor, you know, that nobody remembers, maybe this chain of beautiful things happened because this ancestor, like great 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 mother, uh, she did a little thing, and then like her son did, and then his daughter did, and you know, it's just like a waterfall, you know, it flows, these beautiful feelings flows. So this is your message. I hope that you like it, and bye bye.